Welcome to this virtual reality training for restorative practice with children. I'm your virtual guide and teacher for this training. We'll be spending some time together in this virtual world practicing different scenarios with restorative practice. I'm excited to get started and learn with you. In a few moments, I will bring in Emily and Jonathan, who have had a disagreement. Please try to resolve their issues in a calm and balanced manner by reading out loud one of the three options you see in front of you. I will give you feedback on your selections throughout, and at the end we'll give you a score, based on our restorative practice procedures. I'll be giving you feedback as we go along, and at the end I'll give you a score based on our restorative practice procedures.
Emily, would you like to tell me what happened?
Great start. Always invite the wronged party to start the conversation.
I was laughed at by my fellow students because I brought in sandwiches for lunch again. I have diabetes, so my mom prepares my lunches for me. I tried explaining this to everyone, but they would not listen, and I ran off upset by this.
How did that make you feel, Emily?
Yes, that is correct. I am glad that the interaction made you feel good at the time.
It made me feel really upset and embarrassed. I didn't want to go back to school after that.
I'm really sorry to hear this, Emily. How do you feel now?
Good, why don't you go check on them and see how they are feeling now?
I'm feeling a bit better now, but I'm still pretty upset about it.
Emily, what would you like to get out of this meeting with me and Jonathan?
Great, so we're agreed on the meeting's purpose and parameters.
I would like for Jonathan to apologize to me for teasing me, and I would also like for him to understand why it was hurtful.
Jonathan, would you like to tell me what happened from your viewpoint?
It's important to get both sides of the story.
I made a joke about Emily bringing sandwiches to school again. I didn't mean to upset her, I was just trying to be funny. I'm sorry that it hurt her feelings.
It was actually quite a mean thing to do.
Hey Jonathan, can I talk to you for a second? I want to get your side of the story.
Yes, I know that. I didn't mean it, I was just trying to be funny. I'm sorry.
So what was it about this particular incident that made you laugh?
Good, try and understand his viewpoint, keep him talking.
I don't know, I guess I just thought it was funny that she was eating sandwiches again. I didn't mean to hurt her feelings.
And you thought that was funny?
Jonathan, can you tell me what's going on? I asked in a neutral tone. It sounds like you're upset about something.
Yes, I know it wasn't very nice. I'm sorry.
I understand, so tell me what happened. I understand, so tell me what happened.
Good, a show of empathy, keep him talking. This is great, keep up the good work.
I made a joke about Emily bringing sandwiches to school again. I didn't mean to upset her, I was just trying to be funny. I'm sorry that it hurt her feelings.
Why would you say something like that?
Hi Jonathan. I'm so glad you stopped by. Can I help you with something?
I don't know, I guess I just thought it was funny that she was eating sandwiches again. I didn't mean to hurt her feelings.
How did you feel when Emily started crying?
Tell me about the incident with Jonathan. When did it happen? What was he feeling at the time?
I felt really bad, I didn't mean to make her cry. I'm sorry.
You didn't notice Emily crying at all?
Hi Jonathan. I'm so glad you're here. Can you tell me a little bit about your background?
No, I didn't notice until after everyone else had stopped laughing. I feel really bad about it now.
How do you think it made Emily feel?
Good question, Jonathan. I think it's important to consider how the situation made Emily feel.
I think it made her feel really upset and embarrassed. I'm sorry about that.
Emily, is there anything you would like to say to Jonathan?
Good question, I said. I think it would be really helpful if you could talk to Jonathan about how you're feeling.
Yes, I would like for Jonathan to apologize to me for teasing me, and I would also like for him to understand why it was hurtful.
What was it that you were trying to say, Emily?
That's a great question, Emily. I'm sure you have a lot to say on the matter. Why don't you go ahead and tell us your side of the story?
I was trying to explain to everyone that I have diabetes and that's why my mom prepares my lunches for me, but no one would listen to me.
That's a really lovely thing for your mum to do, Emily.
Good. You're really understanding how Emily feels.
Yes, she does it because she loves me and she doesn't want me to get sick.
What do you think now that you've heard that, Jonathan?
Great work. Now that Jonathan has all the information, does he feel any differently?
I'm really sorry, Emily. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, I was just trying to be funny. I understand why it was hurtful and I won't do it again.
How do you feel about what happened now? Would you do anything differently next time?
Great. So, Jonathan, now that you have all the information, how do you feel? And would you do anything differently if you were in the same situation again?
Yes, I would definitely do something differently next time. I would make sure that I'm not hurting anyone's feelings before I make a joke.
What do you think needs to happen to make this right?
Great. Let's see how they would like to conclude this meeting and right any wrongs.
I'm really sorry, Emily. I'll make sure to apologize to you and I'll try to be more mindful in the future.
Emily, are you happy with that outcome?
Good question. I think it's important to establish if the person we're meeting with feels like her goals have been met.
Yes, I'm happy with that outcome. Thank you.
Is there anything else either of you would like to say? Yeah, I'm gonna follow that one. Is there anything else either of you would like to say?
That's a good question. I'm sorry if I offended you.